So we have already seen that differential is slope and this integration is integral or integration is addition. So this is addition, but what is the difference between this addition and integral addition? So what was the difference? When we take normally slope, we use this delta term, delta y upon delta x. That means we can measure the distance between 2 points on y axis and we can also measure the distance between 2 points on x axis. But that distance, if that is going to be small, small and small, then what will happen? This will change into this dy upon dx, this differential. Now what happens in case of integral? Let us see what happens in case of integral. So we have this square or any regular shape. Suppose we are adding small squares. So what we can do? We can have a summation also, summation sign. That means all of this, that means delta A, delta B, which was the size of a small block, and summation of all the blocks. But the problem with this summation, so total area of this is equal to this summation of all delta A, delta B. But what is the problem with this summation sign? The problem with the summation sign, then if we can count the boxes. If we can count the boxes, then we can use this summation. What would happen if we cannot count the boxes? The boxes are becoming smaller and smaller, and boxes are getting so small that we cannot count them. There are too many. So what will happen? In that case, when we cannot count the box size, we will have an integral. When we cannot count the box, that will become an integral. So we can write something like this. This delta will change by d. So dA, dB. So this is called, this symbol is called integral. Now let us see for a line. So this is not a straight line. For a straight line, we can simply measure the distance between this point. We can measure the total length of this line. But if this is not a straight line, how can we measure the distance? We can take very small segment which are straight, the segments which are straight. So let us say total length is L. And this small segment is delta L. Now we keep on putting this and we can count that, let us say 80, this small segment, 80 segment of delta L are there in this L. And this delta L, we know what is delta L. Let us say this delta L is 0.1 millimeter. So we can say 80 into 0.1 millimeter and 80 millimeter. That means 8 centimeter is the total length or of this 8 millimeter is the length, or we can say this is 0.1 centimeter. 0.1 centimeter. This small length is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter, and 80 of those are there. So what we can do, we can simply multiply 80 into 0.1 centimeter, that means 8 centimeter. The length of this line is 8 centimeter. But again there is a problem. Some of the sections are not that straight. So there will be error. Let us zoom this thing. Let me zoom this thing. What will happen? If some of the sections are not straight, what will happen? Let us see what will happen. This is a zoom out version. Okay. So we are measuring with this straight line. Here you can see, here it is error. This is also error. So how can we reduce this error? We can reduce the size of this. Let us say now the size is 0.05 centimeter. Now this will be more, let us say now this will become 158. So what is the size of this line? This will become 7.9 centimeter. What we are seeing, as we reduce the size of this small particle or this small segment, we can more accurately measure the line. Similarly, if we put here the boxes, and boxes are very small, then we can accurately measure the area of this big rectangle. So what we are doing, so this delta A or delta B, when they becomes very small, then we have to use dA and dB. We are not able to count them. Then what will we use to calculate area? This integral. Instead of summation will change into integration. Summation is delta A, delta B, and this integral is dA, dB, when we are not able to count. Similarly, for this line, so total length of line, let us say total length of line is L. So what we can do, we can add a small part together. But if the part is so small that we cannot count them, then what will happen? L is simply equal to integration of dl. Okay, so this is the meaning of integration. So let me give you a very good example. Suppose we have a container. And if we putting balls into that, now each and every ball has some volume. So if we try to measure the volume of this container with the help of this ball, if we put 80 balls, but still the problem is that balls are so big that there is a space here, there is a space here, there is a space here. So if you take a container at your home and you fill this container with small balls, so still you can add water, still you add something like sugar you can add, even wheat flour, atta you can add into that. But if you fill this with wheat flour, the container is completely filled. Why? Because the particles of wheat flour are much smaller than balls, so they are completely filling this container. The particles of wheat flour are much smaller than these balls, so there is no space. You cannot add any other thing. If you want to add, only that will get over to this. If you add water, still there are some spaces, very small spaces. That's why if you add some water get into this, because water particles are further smaller than this wheat flour particles. So here what we are saying, to completely fill an area or a volume, what we need very small particles. But can we count the number of wheat flour particles? No, we cannot calculate the wheat flour particles. Let us say the volume of wheat flour particle, if let us say take this first case, ball. So volume of one ball is delta V. If we calculate the total number of balls, we can calculate the volume of this container. So volume is, this container is V, volume of a single ball is delta V. So what we do, we will summation for all the balls, and we count the balls and we get the volume of the container. But there is error, this will give us error. Now what is the here, if we take, again volume will remain same, but what will happen, the volume of one wheat flour particle is dV, and again we do the integration is always for all, then we will get less error or no error. Why? Because wheat flour will completely fill the volume of this container, while balls will not be able to completely fill the volume of this container. So this is the analogy for Integration and differentiation. Let us summarize. What is differentiation? Differentiation is nothing but slope. Slope is equal to tan theta, and tan theta, when we can calculate slope is delta x upon, delta y upon delta x. Slope is delta y upon delta x. What is the difference between differentiation and normal slope? So that is, this will become d. That means segments are so small that we cannot measure them. Then it will become differentiation. Now what is integration? Integration is nothing but addition. Now addition can have into two types. When we can count, so we have this kind of structure. Let me say that length we are calculating. So we are adding small lengths together, but here this L is measurable, but there is error. But what happens in case of integral? When this length becomes so small, that means dl, so we will use integration. This will have less error. So this is the way we use integration and differentiation. Here we get the slope, but this slope, when we can calculate that, here also when we can count the number of segments.